All right, guys, so let's get straight into it. As you can see here, these numbers aren't fake. We did around $533,000 in sales from that time. This was a mix of Facebook ads and TikTok ads. Just recently, we've been really diving into TikTok because we see a huge opportunity, and that's why I want to share with you guys what's working and what's not working. And you're probably wondering, all right, that's revenue, that's sales. What about, the store's profit? We did about 15% margins on the store. The margins weren't too crazy, but we're looking to lower our, cost of our goods right now and get that profit percentage up a little higher. But like I said, as you can see, this is 0 to 500K with the help of TikTok ads. So I'm going to be breaking down exactly how I launch my ads, my ad creatives, and the specific setup as well. So let's get straight into that, guys. Before I start showing you step by step exactly how I set these up, I created a general slide so you guys understand what you need to first do and kind of like a summary of what I'm going to explain in the later part of the video. So what you want to first do is you want to create 3 to 4 ad groups with zero interest and very broad targeting. Okay, you want to exclude the age ranges from 13 to 24. The reason why we do 13 to 24 age gender and we exclude them is because a lot of the time your spend will be allocated towards those age ranges, and a lot of the time it's also not as profitable as well. The next thing you want to do is you want to have a separate creative or a new creative inside each ad group. The reason for this is so we can only test one variable at a time, and then later on we'll create flex targeting or combine those creatives. But for now, only have one creative per ad group. And usually, location-wise, I start with the United States and then I'll branch out later. But the US is really good for initial testing. But again, this is all up to you. Next, we'll have a budget of $25 per ad group. The minimum TikTok allows you to spend is $20 per ad group. It's not like Facebook. You can't pick $5, $10. So it's a bit more expensive, but I do $25 per ad group. And a lot of times we'll be talking about the bid as well. The bid is what you're going to set the bid at. What how it works is it's on an auction, right? So whoever bids the most usually wins the auction, and you kind of have to find that sweet spot about what bid works best for you and your product. What I initially do is I set the bid at the target cost per purchase. So what can you afford, or what is your target cost per purchase? Okay, so that's pretty much what the bid is. We'll be talking more about that as well. And after 2 to 3 days of this setup, and you say you have your budget set, you have your bid set, you have your campaign, everything set. Let that run for 2 to 3 days, or 2 to 3 times your cost per action or cost per purchase. Okay, so say if it's $20, that's your target cost per purchase. Let that hit at least $40 to $60 in spend before you cut it or kill it or make any changes. Okay, and as you start to see numbers, if you do see sales come in, that's the next part that we're going to be talking about as well towards the end of the video. Okay, so right now we went over the summary about your initial launch, what you can do, what you shouldn't do, and now we're going to actually create the initial ad groups just to show you guys a bit better rather than just look at a summary. Okay, so we're going to transition from these slides and into the TikTok Ads Manager now. So guys, we're inside the TikTok Ads Manager now, and as you can see, these are my results so far. On this campaign, we spent over $4,500, and we are, our CPA is around $39.43, which is really good for the product we're running. And as you can see, the cost per clicks are super cheap. Like 28 cents on a top of funnel is, very hard to hit on Facebook. And that's why, again, guys, I'm going to harp it. This is why TikTok is such a huge opportunity at the moment for your spend allocation. All right. So like we said before, how are we going to initially launch this, right? So we're going to create a campaign, name it however you want. I usually just do cold testing dash the product. Okay. So once you create that campaign, you're going to create an ad group, right? You're going to have this button right here. You're going to click create campaign. We're going to call it conversions. All right. Always do conversions. Never really do traffic unless that's what you're going for. I found the most success with conversions. All right. And like I said earlier, cold testing dash, your product name. Okay, whatever your product is called, put that in there. For me, I always keep no budget on, so like no limit. Press continue. and it's going to pull up your first ad group. And like I said, we're going to be going over what I talked about earlier. So just to reiterate that, right, we have 3 to 4 ad groups, and we need to exclude ages 13 to 24, super broad targeting. So I'm going to go here, and how I usually like to name this as well is I'll call it no interest, and depending on, I guess, the name of your product, say it starts with an S first, I'll call it S1. S1 meaning creative one, so I know inside the ad group which creative was used. Remember when I said earlier, guys, you have 3 to 4 new creatives per ad group? So it would be S1, S2, S3, S4, each of those being a new creative, okay? And creative being a video, a new video, a new mix-up of videos, a new scroll stoppers, things of that nature. All right, guys. And for placement, I didn't put this on the slideshow, but I only do TikTok, right? I don't do newsfeed app series. I don't do Halo, none of those. So just the TikTok at the moment. That's what I found the most success with. And promotion type, you put your URL in there, whatever you would use, your landing page, your homepage, whatever you're using. You're going to pick your TikTok pixel here and complete payment. All right, that's what you're going to use. Your display name, you can put your company name, whatever you are using, and then just upload a profile image. It could be your company's logo, anything of that nature. Okay, and then the category is, like I said, whatever products you're using. So say if you are doing, say you're selling apparel, right, and men's clothing, right? That's your main category that you're going to be doing. And for the ad tags, I recommend putting between 10 and 20 ad tags. So say if you're selling men's clothing, like you would just type in men's clothing, men's shorts, things like that. So 10 to 20 ad tags. I recommend Googling them, seeing what's the most for the search volume, what's coming up. But this is just to let TikTok's algorithm know when you're first launching ads what you're selling and what's on your site. And next, we're going to go to the user comment section / the video download section. I initially had user comments on, but I noticed that it's hard to keep track of them or respond to them. So I always now just take it off and keep video download on. That helps people be able to download them and share them as well. Keep this creative type auto. Keep the audience section included. Keep those blank. Keep excluded blank as well. And then, like I said before, guys, I use United States, okay, for all my targeting. Let that load up here. All right, it's going to pick the U.S. and then gender, no limit. But like I said before, guys, for the age range, I exclude 13 to 17 and 18 to 24. So I would only select 25 to 34, 35 to 44, and then 55 plus. But guys, this all depends on your product. From me, this is just my experience and what I found, that the age ranges below don't convert as well, but you can also test that in the future for your product. But for now, that's what I do. Languages, I pick English because we want people who are speaking English to see our ads, especially if we're going to the United States. And then interest targeting, right? So this interest targeting is kind of like where we get into like the Facebook play of it. So if you've run Facebook ads in the past, you can pick different interests. So, but the difference between Facebook and TikTok is TikTok's interests, as you can see here, aren't that descriptive and do not go as in depth as Facebook ads. So you can't select certain companies or certain interests that people like or any pages to target. So it's very broad. So like, look, you can pick pets, sports and outdoors, tech and electronics, nothing too crazy. But guys, when we're initially testing, we just leave that totally blank and just go no interest. Okay, that's what we call it, no interest testing. We're going to let our creatives do the work and have TikTok's algorithm understand what we're advertising straight off the bat. Okay, and they just added this feature as well. This behavior feature, I noticed, actually was added a few days ago. And this, gives the option to, do you want to target people who watched videos to the end in the past 7 days, liked, commented, or shared? But we just keep it as TikTok gives us when we're first launching again. So just keep this, watch the end, 7 days, because that's what they give us. And don't worry about the category as well. And now we're going to scroll down. The next section they have is, you got to drop down to see it, is they have the device. So what devices are we showing our ads to? Are people on iPhones going to see them? Android? What? And like the other sections as well, we're going to keep this as is. So we're targeting everybody. No need to, bottleneck ourselves. So, and then we have our budget and schedule. So if we go back to what we said before, we had it at a $25 budget, and we're just going to let it run right away, all day day parting. So you can day part it as well. And we're going to be going over more videos in the future, how you can use day parting to your advantage. So guys, stay tuned for that. If you want to see that video, like and subscribe. And I'll show you guys also how we're going to be able to scale from TikTok, going from this initial launch phase to the scaling phase. So guys, like and subscribe for that video as well to be informed. But you can pick whatever times you want in the day. So say if you have from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. are your best times, or 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. are your best times. You can split those up and only have it spend during those initial times. But that's some more advanced stuff. For now, we're just going to have that all day for day parting. And our optimization goal always should be conversion, so keep that as is. Optimization preference, keep that as well. And the bid, what I was talking about for the bid, remember that bid is our target cost per purchase. So if we want to have, TikTok get us a $20 cost per purchase, our bid should be $20. Okay. So, and you guys have to remember, this is one more thing. Say if your budget is $25, your bid can't be more than $25. So, or $25 in general. So if it's $25, let's see what TikTok says. The bid can't be that. It has to be less than your budget. It could be $24, $23, $22. So just to remember that as well. But we're going to keep the bid at $20. And this is suggested bid minimum for TikTok. Don't worry about that. Like I said, it's in the beta, so it doesn't totally know what you want. But if you're having trouble picking a bid or deciding on which bid you want to use, I recommend going a little higher than you would want, just so you can get some allow TikTok to spend. Because if you don't have a high enough bid, you will see that your TikTok ads won't spend correctly, guys. All right. So everything should be set up here, and now we're going to click next. So it's going to bring up the ad now, right? Now we're going to create our very first ad. There's specifications 16 by 9, and it has to be on TikTok. I recommend creating your ads on the TikTok app. It's super easy. There's so much to go over on TikTok ads because it's super new, but I'll be telling you guys exactly what I look for in creatives and what works best for me, so you guys can use them as well. If you haven't watched the previous video before this on how to install your TikTok Pixel, that is the first step you need to do before you launch your ads at all. I just want to show you guys this video because of the opportunity that TikTok presents at the moment. If you don't hop on this now, or you don't try to test with TikTok, you're going to regret it in the future, because the cost per clicks will increase and the CPAs will increase because more and more people will be coming to the platform. But just remember, this is, an unheard of situation at the moment. So guys, get on this as soon as you can. If you guys have any questions about this video or the initial launch itself, comment below and give this a thumbs up, because it really means a lot to me that you guys like these videos, and it helps you out a lot. So yeah, guys, give it a like and subscribe to this channel. I'll be going over more about TikTok ads and TikTok in general. So thanks, guys. Till next video.